What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one, the only, Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com. Welcome to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys so very much. Over 1,500 episodes and 500,000 streams worldwide. None of this would be possible without you guys, so I thank you so very much. And yes, we're still living a bit of pandemic life. But that doesn't mean that you can't spice things up at home. You know, try a little something different in the kitchen. So today I've got with me Sims and Rob from the Real Oyster Cult. How you guys?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing
nice
pretty
to
good. Thank you. So where in the country are you guys?
We are south of Boston.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of in between Boston and Cape Cod, and we have a shop facility in Boston where we ship out all of our delicious oysters and other things.
Yes. So you guys are getting some of that kind of frosty weather, huh?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we actually woke up this morning with our first little snowflakes on the ground. The kids were so excited.
Awesome. All right. So let's get the origin story. How did Real Oyster Cult start?
Well, we have a family oyster farm here in Duxbury, Massachusetts, and we grow some of the tastiest oysters around. And we've been doing that for about 15 years, and we decided to kind of take it online and take it to more people regionally and around the country. And the best way to do that at the time was using a website and a mobile app, which we created, and kind of put our heads together and started that up a couple of years ago.
And we decided that we didn't just want to offer our own oyster. We wanted to offer oysters from all over North America. So that's what we do. We curate from over 90 farms now across North America.
Wow, that's awesome. So how is it maintaining an oyster farm in like winter weather? How do you guys still balance that?
It's cold.
It's cold, and we dress really warm. It's sometimes we ice up a little, so we can't get out there to the farm. But that's another reason why we like to work with other farms all over the place, so we can have different products on at different times.
Right. Now, as a country as a whole, we've been just readjusting to COVID living, pandemic life, and all that good stuff. How are you guys able to adapt to a more virtual brand?
Well, we always started as a virtual brand, so it actually has worked out pretty well for Real Oyster Cult because people are looking for ways to spice up their home life.
Right.
Since they're not going out as much anymore. And so a lot of people, thankfully, have found us due to this pandemic. So in that way, there's a little bit of a silver lining for us.
Gotcha. Wow. So what are some of the current offerings that you guys have now on the website?
Well, we have a holiday tasting, which is 3 types of oysters. Kumamoto from Washington, which is like a boutique West Coast oyster. La Saint Simone from New Brunswick, and Sailor's Valentine, which is from our own farm. We also have 4 types of caviar and numerous other delicious oyster selections for your tasting pleasure.
Okay. Cool. So say a person, like I've had oysters before. Usually I'm out at like some fancy restaurant somewhere to have oysters. But to be able to enjoy oysters properly at home, how would one prepare?
So what we also do, if you've never had them at home,
right?
We can send you a glove and a knife so that you can open up your oysters and enjoy those. And we also have a video you can watch to kind of learn how to do it. And once you've crack 2 or 3 open, then you're kind of good to go and can really get the hang of it. But we ship them right to your door in an insulated box and with a cold pack on it, so that they're you can open them, put them in your fridge, and you have up to 10 days plus to enjoy them. So you don't have to eat them right away. You can eat them over a week period.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've never cracked open an oyster. Now that we're talking, I've never done it. It's always been like presented to me like all pretty. It's on this fancy plate, and I'm like, oh, this is wonderful. This is how oysters are. No, I've never actually done it.
I was just about to say, I think it's maybe time, you try. We could send you some.
I have got to get my life together. That's clearly what I'm getting from you guys today. That's what needs to happen. I need to make my life right because I've been living in a bubble. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, don't feel bad. A lot of people haven't had the experience, but once they do, it's pretty game changing. So we're going to commit to sending you some so you can give it a go.
Oh, you guys are sweet. So okay, so as far as the offerings and stuff on the website, any suggestions for people much like myself who have never actually experienced it at home? Seasonings. Is there anything in particular that I need to pair with my oysters?
Well, we also have created a product which is called mini nips, which are mignonette sauces in little nip bottles. So that makes it really easy to get oysters and some sauces on the side, so it's kind of all done for you. And as we mentioned before, the caviar. But in terms of drink choices, we think oysters pair really well with just about any alcohol. But, like a muscadet, a dry white wine, you can never go wrong with that. Champagne, any kind of Prosecco, always perfect. Of course, I say a West Coast oyster is great with something dry, and an East Coast oyster, you can pair anything from a beer to a margarita to a martini.
Gotcha.
There's lots of options. Have fun.
Yeah. Last but certainly not least, what advice could you offer to any person out there that is an aspiring entrepreneur? And now we're in a digital virtual world now. What advice would you offer to them?
Well, I would say that obviously a lot of things happening now are remote. So trying to reach those audiences remotely, and there's so many great tools out there with building your Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all these different ways you can reach an audience. Yeah. And if you have a really good product or service, just throw it out there and try those different platforms, and they're going to hit if you have something that resonates with folks, and kind of don't give up, because it took us a while to get some traction, and you just got to keep at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Sims, Rob, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much for having us. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, this was fun.
Yes. And let everyone know, of course, if they want to get more information about you guys, and of course to follow you on social media.
Yes. So it's at Real Oyster Cult on social media, and our website realoystercult.com. And for any of your listeners, please use 15% discount code FIRSTSHUCK.
FIRSTSHUCK. All right. I love it. That's cute. That's really cute. You guys are rock stars. Keep doing what you do. Keep putting good energy out there. Loving that. And, even better vibrations for 2021. We're claiming it. It's going to be a way better year for us. This year really just sucked everybody in the gut. So we're going to do. That is right. Yeah. We're going to do a lot better for next year. Yes. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for your love and support. Keep it in mind, anything and anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do. You look them square in the face. You tell them, don't believe me. Just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.